And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another edition of Dog Talk Sports. It's your boy, P. Schmitty in the house, and all the way down south, Yeehaw Rodeo, got Dano in the house tonight. Dano, what's up, brother?
Yo, what up? It's good to be back, and
Woo!
not wasn't able to see the game because of some stupid YouTube TV stuff, but celebrating a Texas win today.
All right, hook 'em horns, baby.
Let's
Hook 'em horns.
go.
Yeah, I'm YouTube TV is in some deep trouble right now because I don't know. I was reading something that they couldn't come to an agreement with Disney,
Yeah,
so now like Disney, what is it? Disney, ESPN, all that stuff is not being carried right now.
right. So what I found out was if I wanted to watch the game today, I could have, but I would have had to upgrade my Disney Plus subscription to the 29.99 package, which would have given us unlimited ESPN, which would have unlocked the Texas game. So I basically would have been double dipping and, paying out the wazoo on both ends just to watch a game that I should have been able to watch in the first place. So I said no.
What a scam! Yeah, that the 29.99 all in ESPN. It's like the ESPN complete. You get
The complete unlimited package.
yeah, until they come out with the ultimate unlimited complete elite option for
Right.
49.99.
Right. I can't wait until we're past all this stuff and it just goes all back to one service.
Listen,
It,
I have cable strictly because of the Yankees. So
I
because
get it.
the Yes Network is only carried on that and like Fubu TV or whatever it is.
Don't blame you.
We we pay the $200 a month for Verizon
Regular.
However, shout out Verizon Fios because I do get the game like 30 seconds ahead of Ray every week.
Oh, fiber, fiber is incredible.
So I live in the future. Ray lives in the Stone Age. Um,
We have fiber here.
uh, Shout out Yeehaw right there.
It's
So,
it's AT&T fiber, but it's still good. I mean, fiber is fiber.
listen, hate to see it.
You really do.
Conspicuous by their absence. We do not have Zach. He is dealing with a little bit of the flu bug, a little bit of
Yeah.
illness. He's not going to be here today. We got his hot takes on everything. We got Raymond's picks. He's also not here. I saw on the gram he was somewhere with very clear blue water. So shout out to him. But
By diving in very dangerous waters somewhere,
listen,
remote location on the world.
I saw him about a week ago for his golf outing. Bam, slapping some balls, hooking some. It was a blast. Shout out to Ray for setting that up. And
Great
then
deal.
quickly after that, he was on a plane. He was in Disney with his family. So Ray is forever the jet setter. But yeah, so it's just me and the Danimal. I believe we call ourselves a little controlled chaos. So, we like to throw it back to the OGs right here.
Let's
Um,
go.
so we're going to get into it. First things first, we are at the brink right now. Game 7 of the World Series is tonight. I can't believe that it's already we're in November 1st. I can't that's flown by, but to have a game 7, that's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, that game 7 is the Los Angeles Dodgers and it is the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to see. It hurts to see that as a Yankee fan, but I guess the two best teams are in the ship and battling. So, Dano,
It,
what's your takes on the World Series playoff baseball?
yeah, so yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm jealous watching this series. It's been an amazing series. It's been honestly, if I'm putting my independent baseball observer hat on, it's been the best World Series that I've probably ever seen. And maybe outside of the Cubs winning it, that was also a really good World Series back in, shoot, what was that? 16 or 17 now. But really amazing what the Blue Jays are doing when you think about it. They've kind of been this team that's been kind of scratching and clawing to get to that top echelon level of teams like the Dodgers, the Mets, the Yankees in terms of spending. We had the whole Ohtani going to Toronto thing. Did he go? Did he not go? Well, it turned out he didn't. He didn't go.
Did not go.
But they were a huge player for him, and he was very serious about, potentially signing with them. They were on his short list of teams to sign with. So the ascension of the Blue Jays is really something that unfortunately, is a harsh reality for Yankee fans, because you look at the lineup, you look at what they're doing with the pitching. I mean, they've got some young guys with some nasty stuff. Guy that started, what's his name? Savage, who started in single A ball, who is now, doing things that we've never seen in the World Series.
Stud.
12 strikeouts, 0 walks. I mean, that's sick. So it's just incredible. And it feels like they're going to win it tonight, but it's been a crazy series, so you don't know. I mean, they won game 1, the Blue Jays, but they also lost game 3 in heartbreaking fashion after 18 innings, right? I mean,
18.
what a historic game that was, right? I mean,
wild. When I got the alert, it was like quarter to 11, and it was like, all right, and now the game was still going, and I looked at it, I was like, this game's still going. Like,
yeah,
I love games like that. That's fun to watch. That's fun baseball. I mean, just it hurts.
that hurt.
It hurts because, one, it's the Dodgers, and I'm honestly, well, I'll ask you, who's your pick to win Game 7?
I want the Blue Jays to win. Yeah, I can't. I mean, how can I look at Mattingly there and seeing what they're doing with the kind of magic that team has had? Springer getting hurt, coming back, then leaving again, and then coming back again. I mean, it's hard for me not to root for the Blue Jays.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want it to be. It's the wrong AL East team.
I know.
And
But you know what? It's not the Red Sox. And
I can't live in a world where it's the Blue Jays that slayed the monster.
it's okay. I can live in that world, and here's why. Because the Blue Jays are going to help prove to the world, especially when this work stoppage happens, that um, having a salary cap the way that the NBA does, with a hard and soft cap, isn't the way to go in baseball. We should continue going the way that we've been going with it. The teams that are serious about winning are going to remain serious, and the teams that aren't will remain the way that they are, like the Pirates, right? Who will probably eventually trade Skeens, and they're just a farm system for other professional teams. That's just the way that it works there.
Yeah, you're right. But I still, I mean, Mattingly, it would be nice for him, but maybe this is like, maybe if the Blue Jays do win, then that is like a whole just ball that, oh, there's a top dog in the AL East and it's not the Yankees. Like, maybe that lights a fire under somebody. Doubtful, but I mean,
also a good point. Why not? And I mean, we have a clear path. When you look at the players available this year, just going into our season preview, there's no reason why we shouldn't be aggressive, especially before what looks like it's going to be a work stoppage, right? We all agree it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Why not go out right? And
Drop the hammer.
drop the hammer and win next year. Just get what you need, win next year, destroy the luxury tax or whatever it is for 1 year. They can handle it, whatever. I don't care what they do. Go get Edwin Diaz. Go get top of the line players at their positions that we need. And
go get Kyle Tucker. Go
that's
get
fine.
Go get Polar Bear. Like
Schwarber, I want them to be
I want
aggressive.
Bregman. I want it. I want it all.
Yeah, and if we lose some players in the process, but our lineup looks really strong going into next year because we know we're going to have a strong rotation. So we need to beef up the bullpen, and we need to make sure that lineup is strong top to bottom. And why can't we win? Why can't we have that kind of success that the Blue Jays had this year? We're as talented as the Blue Jays if we do everything right at the end of this offseason.
The difference is their manager knows how to manage a game properly.
Maybe.
And shout out to John Snyder because I can't stand the guy because I know as soon as Judge comes up, I know he's throwing up 4 and Judge is walking straight to first base.
Yep.
It drives me crazy. And you know what? He does the same thing with Ohtani because he knows Ohtani is going to smash the ball out of the atmosphere. So throw up 4, send them to I get that. And
I do too.
But I'm going Dodgers. Game 7. They're going back to back.
You going Dodgers?
Going Dodgers. Dodgers because I can't handle seeing Big Papi and Vlad Jr. No, the Yankees lose. Oh, the Yankees. Can't do that. Can't handle that.
They already did it, so I'm over it.
I'm not.
He's a forever hater. And you know what? When you're Big Papi, you earn the right to do whatever you want. You could essentially say anything you want in baseball, even if it's wrong. Which he does all the time.
Every time, he wants to stab him in the neck.
Yeah. No, looking at Jeter's face, it's actually really funny.
And you know what? I have a very even greater appreciation for Derek Jeter because he is he's Yankees through and through, and he will always be a Yankee. He is the Yankee.
Oh yeah.
And he's so competitive. But yeah, I mean, Game 7 tonight. We'll see. It'll be exciting. Hopefully, it's another banger of a game. But yeah, no Vlad Jr. Sorry.
It almost promises to be. I think we have Ohtani and is it Bieber for Toronto tonight? But I know we've got a hell of a pitching matchup. And these teams are gonna pull out all the stops. There's no tomorrow, right? So everybody could.
Yeah, it's all hands
coming out of the bullpen.
It's all hands on deck. It just, I mean, even every game of the World Series, I feel like is all hands on deck, especially on a Game 7. It's the highest level, and we're here to see it. Hopefully it's a good one. But we'll move over to haven't touched on a little NBA action. The season has picked up. I'm starting to get back into basketball a little bit. Last year it was very disheartening after Luka got traded for me. Really took me out of. It's hard to be a Mavs fan right now without I just don't like the ownership. But they got the shiny new toy in Cooper Flag, who looks all right. Could be better.
Listen, he's a rookie in the NBA. It'll take him some time, but you wait. He's going to be just fine. He's going to be just fine.
You know who's doing pretty damn good? Luka Doncic over there in Los Angeles.
Yeah, he is doing real
balling out. He put the crown on his head. I'm sorry, SGA. You score a lot, but you're not.
good. Nikola Jokic is the best player right now. Got to be Nikola Jokic.
He's like
he's right there. He's right there. Right.
Just a big goon that doesn't even like basketball. He
wants to play with his horses. And
he just shows up because it's a job. Him and Luka Jokic needs to wind up on the Lakers.
No.
Yes.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Jokic
ruin basketball.
Luka, come on. Jokic and Luka would be so fun to watch.
Come on. Can we get Jokic on like the Portland Trailblazers? How about this? He stayed with Utah. You know, it was really nice when we were growing up, players like Karl Malone, they played with one team their whole career, and they're a legend on that team. You know, that was their team. David Robinson, the Spurs, same thing, you know. That's allowed to happen still, isn't it?
You can thank the decision for that one because, or actually, even before that, you could thank the Celtics for that.
Maybe so.
Garnett.
The super team.
Yeah, that was the start of it. Garnett, Pearson, Allen.
Oh, yeah. That was when the super team thing became a thing.
And then LeBron was like, all right, well, if I'm ever going to win, I got to go steal from Toronto and head down to Miami.
Yeah. But, you know, I think the Knicks look okay, but it just seems like they're not quite there yet. You know, and now all the rumors that they could have had Giannis, you wonder if those conversations could come back up before the trade deadline. So there's some interesting.
They can get Giannis. Whew.
Who knows? As long as he's playing with Brunson, I don't care.
Has to be Brunson.
Yeah, it can't be with anybody else. So
has to be Brunson. Brunson's a dog.
There have been way too many conversations on New York sports radio about including him in a trade. And I'm just like, you guys just don't get it. Like,
he's the heart and soul of that team.
Do you think Giannis wants to come here to play with anybody but?
Yeah, he's not coming to New York to play with Cat. That's all I'm saying.
No, Cat leaves the moment he walks in the door. Cat's gone, and I want him gone. If that happens,
Cat is so.
But anyway, I think the bigger news, and it kind of rocked the sports world a little bit. We've been away for a little bit and haven't touched on it, but the cheating scandal, the sports betting, the shaving the points, the poker games between Chauncey Billups, who's a head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, and current player Terry Rozier, and also Coach Damon Jones, who is I believe is a bench coach for Portland as well.
Yeah, and former teammate of Mr. LeBron James, who was noted in some of the legal there that he used inside information. Damon Jones did to knowingly that LeBron wasn't going to be playing in a game, and use that information to secure
hit the bet button.
Yeah, secure the bag. But it's crazy how this, like, I'm waking up to just seeing this, that the FBI is involved with, like, this NBA investigation. And
well, is it surprising that the FBI is in it, or is it more surprising that the FBI is investigating it, and they're also investigating it because La Cosa Nostra is involved in this conspiracy?
So this runs crazy deep. Just poker games where people see the cards, and
yeah, they have all this cheating tech, like infrared glasses and these marks on the surface of the cards so they can see with the glasses and all this kind of crap. Like, man, that's crazy. And so apparently, now this is a rumor, I don't know how true it is, but Chauncey Billups is one of these guys that they, basically use to attract these fish,
Mhm.
right? Because these big players, they refer to them as the fish.
Yeah.
And one of the guys apparently who is rumored to have been one there to attract the fish was Antonio Gates.
Uh, so now this this is gonna spill like that was just like the tip of the iceberg was like Chauncey Billups and Rozier and Damon Jones. This thing runs so deep, has to.
Yeah. No, there's no way it doesn't. And especially when you have an entity like the Italian mafia in America involved in this.
If Antonio, oh my god, if the NFL is implicated in this, or like players in the NFL, it's gonna be wild. Like even if you think about players like who was it? Calvin Ridley. He got caught up. He got caught gambling, right?
Yeah, and at the time he was a superstar. I mean, he was one of the better receivers in the league.
And that's just he got caught sports betting.
Yeah.
So imagine finding out not only was he sports betting, but like someone like him
shaving points.
Yeah, like I mean, you can easily do it in the NFL. It's much easier in the
My God, with these prop bets, it's you could do it in anything.
Yeah,
with these prop bets, you could do it in politics. It's insane.
You could bet on anything now.
It's like there's nothing that you can't bet on, and it's crazy that none of this is sanctioned because it's so easy to. It seems like it would be very easy to circumvent for anybody on the inside of any of these things, right? To be able to make money doing it.
I mean, look, the clips that came out of Rozier and like one of the games that he played, and like just like the missed layups and like in plain sight.
Yeah. You're not that bad at basketball. We know you're not that bad at basketball.
In plain sight.
Right.
Wild.
Right. That's like missing a handoff. You know.
Wild. Now, if like it could get crazy.
It absolutely could. And the stuff with Ohtani might end up blowing up again too. I know baseball did whatever they could to sweep it under the rug. And you look at
he was so guilty. I'm still.
Oh, there's no doubt. But you look at how successful Major League Baseball is right now. Where they were from the beginning of the season to where they are now, the amount of the increase in viewership, especially internationally, it really has been amazing, and he has a lot to do with it. So in a way, I mean, you can't blame them because they've been trying to crawl back out of like the pit of despair when it comes to trying to gain interest over these other leagues. Kids aren't growing up playing baseball anymore the way that they used to.
It's different.
It is different. So, it's another battle now, and it just seems like stuff is gonna get dug up from that, and we're gonna have to go another round of the Ohtani stuff and all, what is gonna come out from all the leagues, and the stuff from Donahue. Remember the scandal in 2007?
Referee betting on shit.
I mean, he said in his book. I mean, he was clear. He was clear as all hell that he's not the only one that's ever done it or will ever do it. So if you could bet on it. If you could bet on it, there's a really good chance, especially now with the way that all of these leagues have embraced sports gambling.
Dude, you can't go 30 seconds without seeing
an ad,
an over/under scroll, or like anything.
Right. So it's just completely taken over.
They were talking about this exact thing, and right on the bottom is in bold, bet ESPN. Their own gambling.
Yeah, they have their own gambling.
Like, and then they pulled off the scroll because they're like, shit, we're promoting our gambling app while talking about sports rigging.
Right. Not a good look.
No.
I remember they interviewed Goodell a while ago. I don't want to do that. I'm sure we have a lot to get to, but they interviewed Goodell like 10 years ago and asked him what he thought about sports gambling. It was kind of in the beginning of the rise of it, where it was beginning to become legal in certain states, and we were seeing the money that was coming in from it. And the NFL at that time, they said they wanted nothing to do with it, that they couldn't run further away from it. And
Now,
now they're,
it's the biggest thing.
yeah,
It's such a moneymaker.
yeah.
All I know is I'll be the first to sign up for that class action lawsuit to get my 35 cents back that out of the hundreds of dollars bet that missed on a one leg parlay because Joe Schmo couldn't run one more yard or get that one more catch.
I think there's got to be a threshold for when it's worth including yourself in one of these class action lawsuits. You got to get more than 35 cents.
I know, but those class action lawsuits. You're just lumped in with 8 billion other people, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Here, we're gonna cut you a slice of this $8 billion pie, but you're only getting here's $1.37. Enjoy."
That's so awesome.
All right, moving on from
Moving on.
You want to touch on the NHL real quick? I know NHL season that started hot and heavy. We talked about it when we were getting ready for this. Devils are looking fire.
Yeah. Connor Bedard, he's a mutant so far this season. The Oilers are allergic to defense still, so they might still make another big run, but I have a feeling that a more complete team could take them out later on. The Rangers are heating up, and you wonder about the consistency of Igor, because it's been so up and down with him. So I wish Ray were here to kind of give his thoughts on that.
Yeah, Ray was here so he could say his last name, and I can tell him, "God bless you."
Shesterkin.
God bless you.
Yeah. The Islanders are going through kind of the same thing with theirs. I want to believe in them, but the inconsistencies are. Yeah, it just seems like in hockey, these guys have to be hot at the right time. It's like starting pitchers, it's like relief pitchers, it's like
Sure.
your clutch hitter in the playoffs. They just have you want to be going into the more important games when these guys are heating up.
Heating up, hot, yeah. Because you could ride that wave, and you catch heat real quick, and you go into the playoffs. You make a run.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to the Penguins. They're in first.
Looking good. Looking good.
They're in first place in the Metropolitan right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
looking good
with Old Man Crosby, Old Man Malkin, and Chris Letang opening night on. They all three of them came out teammates for 20 years.
That's amazing. It really is
crazy. That's pretty special.
That's special. It doesn't happen.
No, not like no. 20 years, the three of them.
The Devils are top. I mean, they're a unit. I think any one of us would tell you that they're probably better than any of our teams.
Yeah, Jack Hughes is a monster. So
yeah, the Islanders, while they have an infusion of youth, and I do like Horvat as the leader of the team, and not really sure about the coaching staff yet. I do like where they're going with the young players that they've picked. They're pretty strong so far. And I just have to hope that they can keep building it that way.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but
that's my hockey roundup.
That was our hockey talk. But let's get into some NFL action. We're already in week 9. Quickly, we'll just do a quick run through of week 8. I mean, Chargers stomped out the Vikings. Chargers are a team to play with. Dolphins, they squeaked out a win against Atlanta, which was pretty surprising.
An indictment on the Atlanta Falcons. A huge indictment.
It's the highs and lows of that team should be studied, but also Penix Jr. did not play in that game.
He didn't play, but you know what? I don't want to hear about this defense that's supposed to be so elite that gives up 34 points to the Miami Dolphins, who do not score on anybody this year.
Nothing elite about that, but I mean, the Dolphins holding Bijan in check was probably the most surprising thing.
Very surprising.
Like, Bijan should have lit that team up.
But you know what? In ways, that's how, you look at Mike McDaniels and you're like, all right, and that way he outcoached Raheem Morris in that game. He was the reason why his team won, plain and simple.
Yeah. He's an eccentric dude and he has his quirks, but he comes in flashes. He's not
very much so.
He's not the most consistent coach, and you know what?
He's got some bully genius stuff to him. I think he's way better as a coordinator. I think he's an offensive mind. It should probably stay that way, even though to give him credit for the way his defense played, because I guarantee you he was in that meeting room and he's like, who should we be afraid of besides Bijan Robinson this week?
Yeah.
With their quarterback out. And he was right.
Absolutely. I mean, shout out to new listener Michael Tellup. Hopefully he's listening to this. But that was a great win. We'll get to your team this week. All right.
I don't have too many positive things to say about the Dolphins. Don't worry.
Yeah, no. But shout out for your victory last week, Michael.
Yep.
The New York Football Jets.
Okay.
Got a dub?
Yeah. Where should I begin?
The floor is yours, Daniel.
Yeah. Where should I begin? I mean, if anybody wants me to be excited about this, I'm gonna tell you that the needle has not moved whatsoever. Yes, Pete, I have been listening to you. You're not getting my Aaron Glenn impression.
Come on!
Because I don't even know if I want him to coach the team next year yet. We'll see how the season ends. It's really crazy that it takes my really special owner, because oh boy is he special, to basically take the starting quarterback, throw him into the pit of despair and lock the door and throw away the key.
God.
And expect everything to be okay like nothing happened. and that's what's supposed to motivate my starting quarterback this year into actually throwing the ball and being a productive quarterback.
By going out and saying, yeah, the quarterback is the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like it from this owner? I've never heard of it. So
he's still listening to his kids with Madden ratings, probably.
Whatever it is, as much as I'm questioning Aaron Glenn and every decision that he's made so far, and it has been almost every decision that he's made so far, some hope that it's still his decision making along with Muji's, but we know who's running the show there. It's him. And Woody Johnson is just stay out of it. Okay. They cornered him. They got some stupid comments out of him. He's likely to say something stupid every time you interview him. Okay. It doesn't mean that he's doing anything at the moment to ruin the team, as far as other than say something stupid. So I'm not going to go crazy yet about him. We need to figure out a way for him to go get lost and not be in the public eye anymore, because every time he speaks, it's an indictment. And I've just had enough of hearing him. Jet fans have got to be tired of hearing this guy. How many Jet fans could possibly be left? who have any respect or have anything nice to say about our owner.
Listen,
Maybe Chris Johnson, but not Woody.
that's and that's like the thing though. Like these owners, they reach like such a point where look like this is like Woody is like Jerry, right? But Jerry's like really hands on, so it gets even worse there.
Oh, way worse there.
And
at least Jerry has a clue.
Fair, fair, because then you have someone like my owner who doesn't have a clue, and he just I'm gonna ask the people around me, but still wind up making the wrong decision. So I just yeah, I feel for you, Daniel.
It's just like, where does it end? There's no end in sight. The only positive thing that I could take from the team is that we have the potential to go into next year with a fairly strong offensive line. And I'm not even including Elijah Vera-Tucker in there because I think he's gone. So whoever they bring in to replace him with the amount of cap room that they'll have available, which should be enough to fill the position, you know, I guess from that standpoint, I could be excited. And I guess from the standpoint of they'll probably have the number one overall pick, unless the Dolphins want to fight them for it or some other team wants to fight them for
Listen,
it.
there's a lot of teams right now. You have the Saints, you have the Titans, the Raiders could be a team right now.
The Raiders could be a team too. So let's say, okay, I know I'm going to have, let's say I'm going to have a top 7 pick. Okay.
Top five
pick is safe, really. It really is. There's a really good chance I'm taking a quarterback.
Got to.
And I have to hope that it's what, this doesn't happen every year, right? I mean, we've had a couple years in a row. Okay, Jaden Daniels comes in as a rookie, lights the team on fire. Now Jackson Dart comes in, lights the team on fire. Okay, new quarterback goes to a team, incoming Daniel Jones, lighting the league on fire, MVP candidate so far. There has to be a soft landing somewhere for this team where they could finally get some stability at quarterback and start putting it together and start playing tighter on defense, which they're very much capable of. They've had a good special teams unit this year. That hurt them. That killed them last year. And the special teams has been brilliant this year. Like Nick Folk has not missed any kicks. So it's maddening. It really is maddening what we go through with our teams. I know, I'm not the only one, but it's just like, man, you really
it has to end sometime.
And it has to end at some point.
I think the Jets, like you said, you guys put so much draft capital into your offensive line that is like.
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. It's one thing to put the capital into it. Like if you look at the Giants, they put a ton of capital into theirs, right? Evan Neal. Sometimes these things just don't work out. But right now, with my team, right, and I know nobody is going to say this because everybody just looks at my team and they see dumpster fire and they're right. Okay, but there are 2 guys on this offensive line outside of Tittman, who is a 3rd-year player now. The left tackle, Fashanu, who's a 2nd-year player, and the right tackle, Membu, who's a rookie who is handling people, including J.J. Watt.
Dog.
So probably for the next several years.
Yeah, I mean,
the makings of a strong offensive line.
I gotta ask you: do you think so? At the deadline, do you think anyone's moved? Do you think Breece Hall's get moved?
No, I can't. I can't see it, and the reason why is we don't have the depth at running back. If we're actually going to try to win some games this year, I don't believe Aaron Glenn is the type of coach who's going to tank anything. Mm-hmm. Okay, I do believe that this year was him doing it his way. Right? Learn how not to lose first and then try to win later. Okay, that's fine. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on some of this stuff for a very short period of time, but I don't like anything that he's done really. Okay. With that being said, I know they're not firing him at the end of the year. It would have to be a total disaster. We'd have to completely lose the locker room. It doesn't look like that's happening. Okay. There were some players like Michael Carter II, who just got traded, who wanted out. I think Michael Clemens might want out. Good, goodbye. Everybody else, like, we just got this kid Brownlee from Cleveland. You know, his post was, "Thank God for making me a Jet," and he's a dog. You want to talk about dogs? Go put on some film of Jason Brownlee. I mean, we just replaced our nickel corner, who we paid a lot of money to a couple years ago, who was one of the best nickel corners in the league, and this kid came in and just overpowered them. Just no chance, right? So there are some positive things that are happening, but it doesn't look positive. So nobody's going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and neither am I. You have to win games, right? It was nice that they won this game. It was very nice that they won it for Nick Mangold and all the OG Jet fans. It was a very, very emotional Sunday in that regard. All right, but I didn't look at this team at the end of this game and think, "Oh, this was the turning point. We're now going to go on this epic run like the Lions did with the first year after Dan Kent." No, okay, I'm not looking at it that way. And that's basically where I'm ending the rant with my team. We're just taking it one Sunday at a time, evaluating Aaron Glenn and hoping he gets better at his job.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And you just touched on it. Nick Mangold, RIP, 41 years old.
Very sad.
Complications to kidney disease. Just came out a couple weeks prior to this that he was looking for a donor.
But nobody realized that he was in that it was coming up that soon that he was needing help.
That was it. It was fast because I remember seeing it pop up a couple weeks ago and clicking on it, and just he was looking. I believe his blood type was O, and I just in passing, just checking it out. But yeah, I mean, quick story. I don't know if you were there or not back in the day.
I wasn't there, but I know of this story from Rizzo.
Back in the day, shout out to Atlantic City, Tropicana Casino and Resort, the quarter may or may not have come in passing with Mr. Nick Mangold and a crew of his buddies. May have had a few adult beverages in my system. Words may have been exchanged from both parties, and I mean, Nick Mangold was like 6'8" and like 340 pounds, and all 5'10", 210. Yeah, I was ready to throw down with old Nick Mangold, and always held a grudge against old Nick Mangold. But yeah, sad too. I'm glad that we didn't come to blows because he would have killed me. May have been a little richer from some sort of settlement, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, sad to see his passing, gone too soon. Legendary player for the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, he really is. I mean, when you think about for you Jet fans out there, when you think about the best O lineman we've had in the franchise's history, you know, he's up there in the top 3 or 4 of the best linemen we've ever had. I mean,
dude,
you put Jumbo Elliott in there, but he wasn't a Jet for that long. You put DeBrickashaw Ferguson in there, same draft class. You know, you put Kevin Mawai.
Kevin Mawai.
He was a Hall of Fame center. Kevin Mawai was probably one of my favorite players of all time on the team. Outside of those guys, I mean, there were just not a lot of recognized superstar offensive linemen in the history of the team.
He was the anchor of those teams that were making playoff runs.
Yeah, so. That was all on the strength of the offensive line, the running game, and the defense. I mean, that team was built for ground and pound, possess the ball, kill the clock, and then stop you. Yeah. And it worked to a point. We needed the quarterback to do more. And that's what held us back.
Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez.
Having a rough time, right? Having a real rough go of it right now. It's in, you know, Jet fans, we really do have like the most
There's level. There's
you
level
know,
to this.
it really is just the craziest show of all time. But it would be nice if we had some playoff appearances sprinkled in every now and then.
My God, we really do live in like similar timelines of like despair because our
Oh,
teams are so comparable. I mean, nobody's killing anybody on the New York Jets, so you didn't have to deal with that midseason.
not yet anyway, but
They're still
no. And I know Zach and Ray. They think they're funny. The NFL should step in and take over the Jets. Well, their franchise hasn't exactly been the shining example of success either. So,
and if I could,
but,
speaking of Zach, he has a quick statement that I'm going to read off in regards to the Jets, but I can't wait till we get to the Giants because
their comments made me mad. I'm just going to say that. Their comments made me mad. I got pissed off.
I haven't read the comment. So right now, the Jets got their first win by dropping nearly 40 on the worst defense known to man. It was divine intervention, in my opinion, because the great Nick Mangold tragically passed away, kidney disease. All right. So, but the Jets still need their horrid owner to sell because that's what will save them. Still not sold on a new regime. If the GM was smart, they would have a fire sale and get as much capital as possible.
No, your team has a fire. How about you go have a fire sale? I don't lose Brees Hall. Who's Jermaine Johnson? Not lose these players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Jets and you're going to move forward, I don't think those are the pieces to lose. Right. Especially like you said, you have nothing else behind Brees Hall in the running game.
Isaiah Davis isn't a proven guy who could tote the ball all season long. That's not who he is. And yeah. Braylon Allen's done this year. Let's stop pretending like he's coming back.
He's not. It's over. But all right, it's enough Jet talk for.
Yeah, I'm done with them.
For last week. They gotta win. Onward. New England Patriots beat up on the Browns. Drake May looks like.
Well, that's another team that did already rebuilt and they're back. What did I say in the offseason? I said the team that got Mike Vrabel wins the offseason. Did I not say that? But check.
Check.
Okay.
And guess what?
They're going to win the division now?
Guess what? Their quarterback also made probably the biggest stride of all of the rookie quarterbacks from previous season.
Yeah, coaching.
And Drake May they found their guy. He is bona fide. And he's playing with ancient Stephon Diggs and a bunch of nobodies. Again, that team fails to. I mean, their wide receivers are doing what they can, but I don't know. It's like the Patriots curse where they can't draft a wide receiver.
Okay, Kayshon Bouttie's been pretty good, man.
He's all right. I mean, he's
been
right now.
He's been pretty productive. And I'm not saying they have any kind of solid number one receiver, but you look at what he's done with what they have this year.
Fair.
I mean, he's incredible, man. I mean, he all of their weaknesses just seem to go away. Then that's what good coaches do.
I just got a question. What did Travion Henderson do to Vrabel that
Vrabel does? I get what you're going to say. Go ahead.
He just continues to. I mean, Stevenson is okay, but what we saw from Henderson in the preseason, I'm pretty sure all of us were like, "Oh, this kid's got it. He's going to be the guy," and they just bury him.
Think about the best coaches you've seen coach your team, John Gruden, Bill Parcells. Okay, rookie players have so much to prove with these types of coaches.
That's true.
Okay. So I think with the better coaches in the league, you still see that. And they don't just go wild, letting guys touch the ball 20, 25 times. You know, I don't care if you're a rookie.
I'm
Here,
dealing
go
with
show
it
what
right
you can
with
do, boy.
I'm dealing with it with Pete Carroll. Give Ashton Genty the fucking keys to the castle already.
But you know what? Their offensive line, man, and I know a lot of people don't get to watch the Raiders. I'll tell you what, I see snippets of the Raiders. Every
Dude.
time you watch the guy carry the ball, he's getting hit in the backfield. And then you look at the stats, and the dude has by far the most yards after contact in the NFL this year. So I'm not saying, I don't want to say it was a bad pick because he's a very good player.
It's
What
offensive.
I'm saying,
If we had the Jets' offensive line,
yes,
Ashton Genty would be doing Jonathan Taylor things.
yes, that's the thing is you guys need to very quickly turn this thing around on the offensive line.
Listen, when we have our top 5 pick, offensive line.
Right. Pick your left tackle of the future and
left tackle, go sign the best offense. Dude, so we'll get to the Raiders. When we get to the Raiders, I'll get to it. But offensive line wins everything. When the Raiders were contenders in 2016, when Carr broke his leg,
yep,
we had Donald Penn at left tackle, massive mauler. We had Kelechi Assembly. We had Rodney Hudson, Pro Bowl center.
Oh yeah,
it just went all the way across the board. Was Pro Bowl caliber.
Oh, it was a top 5 line easy that year.
And that's what happens when you have an
offense. And then the quarterback got hurt, and that was what did the season in. But otherwise, it was looking real good.
Yeah.
And you're right, man. I mean, you know, and then to have a defense on top of it, and to have a guy who is a weapon as a kicker, and really good players at gunner and return man. I mean, you need a complete team. And it's been a long time since any of our teams had a complete team. And enough is enough already. Like, you know, when do we get to see some nice things happen?
Every Sunday, I will say out loud, I will not let the Raiders ruin my Sunday, because me and Hudson, we sit together, we watch the game, and I apologize to him that he was born into this. Hopefully it changes.
How does Stephanie feel about that, by the way? Is she like is she serious about any one team? And is it a problem for her?
Steph hates football.
So she doesn't care that he's a Raiders fan then?
Nah, but she also says I'm a dumbass who picked my team from the age of like 6 and then just wrote it out. Like,
could have done work. You still could have done worse. You really could have.
But on to the other team in our mix here, the Giants. They had their comeuppance given to them when the Philadelphia Eagles got their revenge game. Saquon got his revenge game against the old G-men, the men in blue. Last week or the week before when Zach was on here, Ray was on here, blowing the horns. It was a new day. The dawn darkness was lifted. We had light, and that light was Jackson Dart and the crayon eater himself, Cam Scatterboo. Well, Cam Scatterboo's ankle was dangling like it was just
Halloween.
Oh my god! It was like a rubber band, a limp rubber band.
It was like a bad prosthetic.
His face he looked at his leg and just you could see in his eyes when he saw his ankle, he was like, this ain't right. This is
Dude,
bad.
he really is a lunatic. I mean, he's yelling at the top of his lungs as they're carting him off. Let's go. And I mean, the guys have just they got to look at him and they just got to be like, man, you were some sort of special. Where did you come from, dude?
And CTE. Like,
Yeah,
cute.
yeah. I mean,
But,
the hits keep coming for the Giants. It's tough to see that. He was a guy who really did, along with Dart, inject a lot into the locker room.
that was the spark that team needed. Like,
Yeah,
those two like both of them are woken the New York Giants fan base.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, and listen, it is still a dawn of a new day for the Giant fan. He still does get to revel in the fact that his team found the franchise quarterback of the future. Now, I understand that nothing's going to happen this year. I don't think many Giant fans are expecting much to happen this year, especially after this loss to the Eagles, right?
Scatterboo going down.
Yeah.
Neighbors is already down. 2-6 right now. You're not
the hardest schedule. I mean, you had just an absolutely brutal schedule.
If they win 5 games, it'll be a surprise to me.
They have potential to really turn it around still with Dart. He does seem like this type of player that lifts the whole team regardless of who's on it.
And him being such a mobile guy really helps them out. But again, that also could be a detriment. He needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, it's also a detriment when your coach is calling quarterback keepers with you when the game is over against Philadelphia. I am not a crazy Giants fan like Zach and Ray, but I sit there every week watching these Giants games thinking to myself, this guy just makes head-scratching decision after head-scratching decision, and this is the 4th year of him now. This isn't a new coach who just signed on. Okay, this is a guy who's had plenty of time to learn and to grow into his position. Game management is a big problem for him. Having to deal with anything other than his quarterback is a big problem for him. He forgets that he's the head coach.
Yeah.
And that's a huge indictment. And the defensive coordinator is such a clown, you really wonder how he ever got a job in the NFL. And then you see the way that they're calling things at the end of these games, coaching scared. I mean, Giants fans have got to be absolutely livid. They've lost so many games to bad coaching this year already. And it should have been a much more positive season if they had just gone in with their starting quarterback, who was the best quarterback on their team, which was Dart.
I mean, he showed it all preseason.
So, okay, if he's better than Wilson, and we know Wilson isn't the future, then why didn't you start him? Right? That's another indictment. I'm sorry.
That's ownership.
I mean, why are we accepting wasted years as a Giants? I look at this Giants team and I see what could have been for this year. Now, obviously, people are going down, Neighbors and Scatterboo, but you never know if things start different, right?
Sure.
Right. We live in a completely different reality if Dart starts week 1. Now, I get it from the standpoint of Thomas wasn't ready, and we see how important he is for that offensive line. So, in that regard, I would understand why they were hesitant to do it, but he's so much better than Wilson, and that's my problem.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like he's a little bit better than Wilson. He's so much better than Wilson.
This had 100% to me. It was Derek Carr going into the Raiders season as a rookie, and we had Matt Schaub as our quarterback. And Carr outplayed him all preseason, but they didn't hesitate. They were like, all right, no, it's Carr. This is your team.
Right.
So
because at the time, that was a good coaching staff. It's
really
amazing
did.
what happens when you have a good staff.
I really did expect Dart to start the season from his preseason, but that's not the way they went.
It's a catch-22 because you really, you look at how things go when quarterbacks change coaches all the time. Things don't go well, generally speaking. So you don't want to change the offense on the kid. You don't want to have him going into his second year learning an entirely new offense and a new head coach and coaching staff. So,
Well,
but at the same time, it's just a huge indictment what keeps happening in these games.
so I got Zach's thoughts on his New York Football Giants, and then we could chime in to react to his hot take. Said the FBI should arrest people in the NFL next after the disgrace that happened during the Giants-Eagles game. There were 11 missed calls. 8 of them went against the Giants, leading to a 28-point swing.
Oh.
28 fucking points. And if the refs can't officiate the tush push, then ban the play. I'm tired of it. Because after that no call, it allowed the Eagles to score and started a chain reaction of plays that got Cam Scatterbo injured on an illegal tackle that wasn't called either. Just a complete disaster for the Giants. Jackson Dart is so good, it's crazy. They are a 4-win team disguised as a 2-win clown show thanks to Shane Bowen and company. I want the Giants to clean house. Dart will be good with whoever is in charge, but my God, you have to feel some type of way with how the NFL handled that game that now allowed their new favorite running back to get hurt. Unreal.
I'm sorry. I watched the game. I understand the refereeing was bad, okay? But the Giants were not beating the Eagles with the way that they played that game, okay? The Eagles were not losing that game with the way that that game was being played. All right, you could give me every excuse you want about point swings and calls going other way. To me, that's not the most important argument. The most important argument is that the Giants gave up 275 yards rushing on the ground, and you will never do that. Just like you will never win turning the straight times in a row on 5 straight drives against the Saints, right? You're never going to win doing these things. So stop blaming the referees, okay?
Saquon Barkley had 100 yards on 14 carries. You're not.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not buying the whole referee thing. You can give me that it would have been a closer game, fine.
Tank Bigsby had 104 yards on 9 carries.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a disaster of a defense. The personnel on the front 7 is so good for the Giants that this should not be possible. It shouldn't be possible to run the ball 275 yards on them. It's way too good a defensive line for that to be the case.
Jalen Hurts only needed 15 completions on this team.
Oh, yeah, and then Jalen Hurts, who can't play quarterback, 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Your Giants fans got their they got their cup of it last week. They got their cup of it. They've had a lot of interesting things to say because they're biased and they don't like the Eagles. They've had a lot of interesting things to say about Hurts.
You know how many I've taken, and I'm dialing it back from my previous comments about Hurts that he wasn't a quarterback. Well, he's making me eat those words right now.
It's hard not to. I don't care what you think of him. Look at what he does. You can't look at what he does in big games and say he's not a good quarterback.
It's the efficiency in
which he does it. The efficiency.
Because he doesn't throw the ball a lot, but when he does, 4 touchdowns, 15 completions, 4 of them were touchdowns.
Right.
Like, how many carries did he have this game? 0. He didn't run the ball once.
Right.
So.
Yeah. You see, it's a lazy argument. It's continued for too long. Okay, the tush push, whatever. You can do whatever you want with that play. I don't care. The Eagles are still better and more talented than the Giants right now. Now, they're not better and more talented to the tune of 275 rushing yards. That is an indictment on the coaching. And I'm sorry, but stop using the referees as an excuse. I was Zach Ron, so I could battle him on this one because to me, that's not the argument. The argument is who is the next defensive coordinator for the Giants? You want to argue that David should be gone? That's fine. But the defensive coordinator cannot stay. He needs to go.
Fair. Fair. Listen, I'm with you. I think the head coach needs to go too. So
Probably he should probably go.
I mean, that's that's our teams from last week. I mean, the Bills 40 put up 40 points. Ravens put up 30.
It was blowout central. The only close game was the Jet Bengal game. That was the only close game. Every other game was a blowout.
Yeah, I mean, Packers, Jordan Love looked phenomenal.
Wow, 20 straight completions, ties a franchise record.
Amazing. Yeah, against the Steelers, going head to head with Rodgers. He had something to prove in that game, and he showed out.
He showed out for sure.
That was fun. And then, I mean, Monday night, good Lord, the Chiefs are they're back. They're back.
They're back.
They gave the entire NFL 4 weeks to get a head start. And
yeah, it seems like this is like 3 years in a row that they've done them.
But even last year, every week last year, it was like a struggle for them. But this, when they're going, Patrick Mahomes is this Patrick Mahomes' world, and we just live in it.
He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You know, I may have dropped him down on my list, but it wasn't out of disrespect. It's more out of the respect of how great these other quarterbacks are playing.
Absolutely. And you know what? We'll hop into this week. We'll do our picks, and then we'll wrap it up. But, I mean, we already had the Thursday night game, and let's talk about an elite quarterback. Lamar Jackson is a dog.
I think there's a great chance the Ravens could win 10 games and really turn it around, win the division.
Night and day.
Yeah.
With Lamar Jackson in the lineup, it's just game changer. He only had 14 rushing yards. He's still working his way back from the hammy, so they eased him out. But guess what? With him in that lineup, you have to prepare for him as a runner. And then when you're doing that, oh, by the way, there's a 250-pound wrecking ball called Derrick Henry who is still going to pound the rock. Lamar Jackson, he makes everybody on his team that plays around him better. Mark Andrews was non-existent this entire season, basically, without Lamar Jackson. He 2 tuds. Lamar just, I don't know. He's another efficient guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's another guy who you could see kind of uplifts his whole team, right? Including the defense, the special teams, point to whatever you want to. I mean, he's that special of a player. He might be one of the most special players we've ever seen at the position.
Yeah,
in terms of what he could do.
I said it years ago when he was drafted, and I said, and I quote, Lamar Jackson will be the best quarterback out of this draft.
Yep, I agreed with you.
And yes, that is the case.
Yeah.
But I mean, RIP to the Miami Dolphins. They got ripped apart.
So that is, and then Tua after the game with the excuses. I mean, do the excuses ever stop for this guy?
I didn't catch the post game.
It was something with the blaming something. I don't know, the refs. I think he blamed the refs. It was something. It was again another lazy fucking just stop, dude. Just take accountability. Like any other leader of their team, quarterback, he is cooked. He's done there. I think he knows he's done there. Now they fired or mutually agreed. Stephen Ross and Chris Greer
gone
ways.
GM gone.
Interesting that McDaniel wouldn't also be parting ways. It's now being reported that it's possible that the new GM will inherit Mike McDaniel. That is such a huge mistake. I can't even believe.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, whatever. Right now, the interim GM is Champ Kelly, who was the Raiders' assistant GM, and he stepped in when the Raiders tore house through everybody. And you know what? I love Champ Kelly, but if you're a GM and you're starting fresh with this brand new team, you're not. You want your guy, right? You're not going to want to be forced to be told this is your head coach.
Right. Whether you like him or not, whether he's lost the locker room or not.
Yeah, why? Good good luck with that. And I mean, I talked to Mike Tellup after this game, and he was telling me that he has already canceled his season tickets.
Oh,
Yeah. So I mean,
damn.
welcome to the pit of despair with
We're there.
with the rest of us. We'll get you a T-shirt and a travel mug.
Hey, it was really interesting for a minute. I mean, they had those games, what was it, a year or two ago, where they were blowing people out, and it looked like they really had a juggernaut on
Tyreek Hill catching almost 300 yards in a game, and they were just dropping bombs on people, and it came crashing down real fast.
Real fast. And I think with I don't know what's going to come out, but it feels like things got stale with the head coach's messaging. He is very quirky, as we know. He is a little out there.
He is a space cadet.
You wonder what alpha male, 300 plus pound men think of him in these meetings and what he has to say.
All right, nerd.
Yeah. Like, you really wonder what they think with some of these coaches that are around, like the Shane Bowens of the world. There's no way any of the guys in that room, okay, especially on that defense, are saying anything positive about Shane Bowen when he's not in the room. I'm sorry.
No way.
There's no way.
But to your point, yeah, Ravens are now 3-5. With Lamar back in the lineup, if he's healthy, they can go
stopping him.
They can go on. Yeah, I mean, they're 3-5, and I still think they're going to make the playoffs.
Sure. I mean, in the AFC right now, isn't it at all possible to make the playoffs with 9 wins? I mean, the Ravens might have one of the easiest.
In that division, what is that? AFC North. So it's.
Think of how putrid it is right now.
Ravens, Browns, Steelers, and Bengals.
Joe Flacco's not looking good for this week. Their opportunity to do anything this season is quickly dwindled, especially that loss to the Jets was horrendous for them. Yeah. That was really, Steelers really bad.
Steelers only 4-3. So if the Steelers lose this week, they're only a game behind them.
We'll see what happens, but it's a very gettable division this year.
So we got Bears at Bengals. I'm pretty sure old Flacco, he was questionable with his shoulder injury. If Flacco plays, I'm going to take the Bengals.
I don't believe he's playing.
Then I'm taking the Bears.
Yeah, I've got the Bears given 2.5. The over/under is 51. I think that's really high. I understand the Bengals defense is bad, historically bad, but it's still a home game for the Bengals, and I don't see the Bears, going 500 yards in the air. I think we're going to get a lot of ground attack, Swift and that kind of stuff in this game.
Swift is out, so.
Oh, that's right.
This is the Kyle Monanganai
from
BYU. Rutgers.
Oh, Rutgers. That's right. Monanganai. That's right.
He's getting the rock this week. So yeah, I'll smash the under on that too. But Ray's taking the Bengals. Zach is taking the Bears on that one. Then you
He's
got
taking the Bengals. Look at it. He's staying strong with the
he's,
Bengals, huh?
he
Way
put
to
his
go, Ray.
he put his jersey in the closet, but he's still representing.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly home, but always repping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Bengals. Good lord. We got Vikings at the Lions. This is you got JJ McCarthy coming back from the injury. I this is Detroit Rock City, and it's not even close.
You might be right. The way that I look at this game, though, is a divisional game. I do like the Vikings coach and their whole staff and their defense. To me, 8.5 points, that's too much in a divisional game. So I will take the Vikings getting the points.
I would take the points, but
I do think the Vikings will lose the game
I think
outright.
Lions money line.
Yeah, Lions money line is the safe bet. 48.5. I would probably hit the over on that, though.
All right. On the next one, we got the Panthers. They're 4-4 on the road against the Green Bay Packers. I'm going Packers on this one.
Yeah, Packers money line, but the points, the Packers are getting 13.5. This is from CB. All of my betting lines are from CBS Sports, by the way. I do like the Panthers to cover 13.5 in this game. They really haven't been a terrible team.
Haven't. And you know what? They're finally leaning into now Rico Dowdle.
Who I like.
He's playing hungry.
He is. I like him. He's a scrapper. So yeah, I like them to keep that game a little closer than 2 touchdowns. And
Jordan Love, though, he looked really awesome last week.
He did.
Christian Watson was back last week, coming off the ACL, 4 catches, 85 yards. Like that's a great game for your first week back coming off of an ACL.
Yeah.
Jacobs,
and they have a very good running game, the Packers too.
He's dinged up, but they got that kid behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just pretty explosive while Jacobs is recovering with the calf issue. But family pick here, Packers.
I might live to regret taking the Panthers with the points even, but we'll see.
This one, Chargers on the road against the Titans. Titans aren't doing anything. You'd be Chargers money line for sure.
Yeah, money line for sure. But I would take them even getting the 9.5. Given the 9.5 to the Titans. I don't like the Titans at all.
Herbert looks like he's an MVP candidate this year.
Yeah,
and he's putting it together on the ground too.
Man, freaking Jim Harbaugh, man. It was like 2 years ago. You won the offseason if you hired Jim Harbaugh. Last year, you won the offseason if you hired Mike Vrabel.
It's not. We screamed it from the rooftops.
We did. I couldn't have been any louder about it. That was who I really wanted you guys to hire.
Same.
Was Jim Harbaugh.
Same. Yeah, I know. Sometimes the easiest decisions are just too easy to make.
Yeah. Now you just gotta hope you don't have to deal with that guy forever in that division, because that could suck.
Dude, Andy Reid, Harbaugh, and the other guy, Denver's coach.
Oh yeah, Sean Payton. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on in that division. How strong every one of those teams are right now.
Except for the Raiders.
Yeah, I know.
I hate to see it. That's a family pick. Chargers that we all took. Falcons on the road. Patriots. Drake May is playing too good. Mike Vrabel's got them jacked up. Going Patriots at home.
Yeah, everybody's goo gaga about the Falcons defense and all this stuff. We're going to see them against a very well coached team. I don't know how well coached the Falcons are. I know they have really good players, but
I
we're going to
Patriots
see them
cover five.
against a
Too.
well coached team. So
Yeah,
I like them. I like the Patriots giving 4.5, and I'd take the under 45.5.
yeah. This game, Rondre Stevenson is out, so maybe this is the Travion Henderson coming out party that we've been expecting since the beginning of the season. They also did pick up veteran running back Ernest Johnson, so
It was pretty good.
wouldn't be surprised to me if this is the Ernest Johnson game for some reason.
Sure.
But he always looked good when he was playing with Cleveland.
Yeah. Backing up Mr.
Chubb.
What's his name? Yep, Chubb.
Another family pick. We all took the Pats on this one. 49ers on the road, MetLife Stadium. The New York Football Giants. Mac Jones is starting, I believe.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is still out. The 2-6 Giants. It's the Jackson Dart show. I'm going with Mac Jones and the Niners on the road. Yeah.
I don't want this to be one of the last times that I pick the Giants, but it could be because we're dealing with a team now that's bare bones on offense. You lose Neighbors, you lose Scottaboo, the Kafka, while he's been pretty good this year, I mean, I hate the play call for running dart, when you're losing that bad against Philadelphia at the end of the game. I don't want this kid to get hurt, but you go into every one of these games just like praying that they don't do something stupid with him.
Yeah.
With that being said, I still like what Dart has done to the locker room, even with all the injuries, the positivity and everything that's going around the offense. I think that's still infatuating. I think the stuff with Carl Banks and Dexter Lawrence, that stuff's going to go away sooner than later. It was pretty loud there for a week, but it'll go away. I actually like the Giants to win this game, just money line. I think the Niners coming all the way across the country is a big deal. The fact that they're beat up is a big deal. The fact that they don't have their starting quarterback is a big deal, even though Purdy's been hurt. So this this is my message to the Giants and their fans. The defense and the defensive coordinator have to turn things around this week. You know who you're keying against. There's one guy, his name is Christian McCaffrey, right? Key against that guy, you know, do the normal things that you would do with Dart, win this game at home and get the energy back and get fans believing in you, even with all the losses to the offense.
If they can do that, that would be great. Don't forget, George Kittle is healthy, and he is another one to try to key in on as well.
Yep.
I mean, more power to the Giants if they can get it done. I think what you touched on, just the lack of weapons and the depth on the Giants offense, just riddled with injuries. It's going to be Jackson Dart playing hero ball if they're.
Here's where I'm at with them, Pete. If they don't win this game against this team that's so banged up, coming all the way across the country, the Giants are at home. The Giants have played better at home this year. Where are the other wins coming from this year with this team?
They're not. They ain't. That's why I said if they win 5 games, it's going to be.
It seems like the 5.5 or whatever it was from Vegas to start the season is looking pretty accurate right now.
Vegas always knows.
It's true. But yeah, give me the Giants this week. I'm going to be one of the few, I think, who take them.
All right. Well, I'm the lone soldier in this one because Ray and Zach also
Oh.
they're
feeling the magic.
they're feeling it. They're feeling it. This is different. This is different. They're feeling it.
Okay. We'll see. I'm telling you right now, if they go out and lay an egg against this team at home, just wrap it up and start talking about who the coaches are going to
Who's
be
your next
next year.
coach?
Right, exactly.
Fittingly, the next one on the road, the Indianapolis Colts and Indiana Jones, MVP candidate Daniel Jones, on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What are you thinking, Petey?
This is the Colts show right now.
I think it is too, man. I give me the Colts, and they're giving 3.5 points on the road. Give me the Colts.
Where? This is a tale of two seasons, right? Look what happens when you get the right guy in place.
Yep. You've got a good coach there, right? And Shane Steichen seems to know exactly what he's doing. Runs a tight ship already, right? They weren't fucking around with a quarterback who they knew couldn't play, right? They brought in a guy who they knew could
brought
play.
in Daniel Jones to compete with Anthony Richardson, and it wasn't even a competition.
It wasn't a competition.
It was, we're bringing this guy in to replace you.
Yeah. So they're getting the most out of Daniel Jones that anybody has ever gotten, and he's an MVP candidate right now.
And Jonathan Taylor is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
He's my offensive player of the year.
He really should be the MVP. I mean, you look at what he's doing. He's already having, to this point in the season, a historic season.
Monster season.
I mean, what is it, 15 touchdowns in 8 games or something stupid? I mean, he's averaging almost 2 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, for him, I mean, like a 3 touchdown game for him is like blinking.
Yeah.
143 carries, 850 yards, averaging 5.9 yards per carry, 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, to me, he's the MVP of the league right now.
Not even, it's week 9 now. 12 touchdowns.
It has to be him.
There's 8 more games left.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
he will be the rare when's the last time there was an MVP that wasn't a quarterback?
Back before they started giving the awards the way that they do now. I think ever since they changed the awards to Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, like, you know, the MVP has basically been a quarterback award.
And the last one to do it, if you had to guess,
MVP.
That was not
one. That was not a quarterback in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
10. Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. 2012.
That's right. And it wasn't that the year he came back from his injury?
I believe so, and that was his 2,000-yard year.
Yeah.
So that you're in rarefied air right now with a season like that. He had 2,097 yards and 12 touchdowns. Well, guess what? That was a full season, 12 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor is probably going to be pushing. He could be pushing LT, Damian Tomlinson and Sean Alexander. But they have 28 tuds.
And, you know, it's crazy. We sit here, you think about Daniel Jones. You think about when he was drafted and what the reaction was, right? Being 6th overall. None of us thought at the time that it was a good pick. But really, when you think about it, he's a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
And it just took, like Sam Darnold, right? And some of these other quarterbacks, like, that go through either the Jets or the Giants, right? Usually the Jets, but they learn how to become a pro, and then they go to a different team, and then they're a star. And it's crazy. It's sick that it happens to our teams like this sometimes, the way that it does. But
you've said it all night. It's an indictment on the coaching staff and the process. And the cream rises to the top. It always finds a way to rise to the top. So shout out.
They found with Jackson Dart the ultimate alpha, right? And Daniel Jones is not that, right? Daniel Jones is
But
very
hang
different player from Jackson Dart. He is, and you can understand a lot of the reasons why Giants fans didn't like him, because he gave you those kind of like Eli-ish type moments,
oh my
looks and all
God.
that.
He's worse than Eli.
He was way worse than Eli in a lot of ways. Way worse than Eli.
Eli, like I find Eli way more likable and entertaining post NFL career
Very much so.
than
Yeah.
when he was X's and O's in the trenches.
Yeah.
I mean, same could be said. Peyton Manning's a pretty funny guy too, so he's a pretty very entertaining family. But yeah, Daniel Jones was not. He looked like a deer in the headlights, quite literally, in New York. And you know what? That's also another thing. The New York lights shine the brightest, right?
Yeah, well, all I hear about is Brian Daboll, and he's this quarterback guru and everything,
Yeah, he was the quarterback guru with Josh Allen, who is an elite talent.
Who is there's Josh Allen, right? And then you get lucky enough to land on a team and they pick Jackson Dart, and Jackson Dart is Josh Allen Jr.
Yeah.
And has even more moxie and balls than Josh Allen did coming in, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so I could ride someone's coattails too.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, I don't blame any Giant fan for wanting everybody gone totally clean. I don't blame them for that, So
Let's see. So you're taking the Colts as well?
Yeah, I've got the Colts given 3.5.
Ray also takes the Colts, and family pick Zach also takes the Colts. Onward, 6-2 Broncos on the road against the Texans, 3-4. I gotta go Broncos on this.
Yeah, let me try to find my pick real quick. Sorry. Oh yeah, I have the Broncos as well, giving 1.5. And I like the over. It's only 40.5 points. To me, this screams
that they're only giving 1.5. I feel like the spread would be a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of a trap too. I don't know why. I guess maybe because Houston's been playing better and they're at home. But I totally love the Broncos at the spot.
And Bo Nix is, I mean, even struggling, like he finds a way to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a scrapper too. He's one of these like tough guys. He doesn't have that kind of moxie that Dart has. You know what I mean? But nobody has that.
No,
it's sick what that kid has.
They're a grinded out type team,
right?
They get ugly wins.
They're an annoying team to play against. Very annoying because of that fact that they do it that way.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I had to pick the Broncos on that.
Yeah, I know you don't like to do that.
And onward to the 4:00 games. The Duval Jacksonville Jaguars on the road, Las Vegas Raiders. Bright spot Brock Bowers is 100% healthy, full practice, full go, no brace on the knee. I mean, you'd say before the injury, Brock Bowers is everything advertised. He had 100 yards in that first game, got a helmet to the knee, and then the next few games just had the brace on the knee, wasn't playing 100%, but was gutting it out. They finally shut him down. They're like, just get healthy. Get healthy and come back. Hopefully a rejuvenated, healthy Brock Bowers means that he is going to play at an elite level, taking the pressure off a little bit of Ashton Genty. You have another dog blocker in there. I'm never going to not pick the Raiders, so what I'm picking. However, I will say Aiden O'Connell was activated off of the injured list. He's not playing, but Pete Carroll's never gonna bench Geno Smith for Aiden O'Connell, but I am saying it right now. Aiden O'Connell should be the starting quarterback of the Raiders.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I've had enough of Geno Smith.
The experiment's over.
Gone. Done.
Done.
See you later. $75 million. Watch this. Wash it out. Wash it out.
Yeah.
It's gone. Onward to get rid of him. Move on. We have, I think next season we have like top 1 or 2 teams with cap space. Go draft a quarterback. Go get an offensive lineman. Go draft a quarterback. Max Crosby deserves better.
He does. He does.
He does.
Do they trade him or no?
No, doesn't get traded. They've already gone on record and talked to him and said you were not trading him.
That's the right move. You cannot trade that guy.
I said it on this podcast and I'll say it again. If they trade, and I said it in the chat, that's what it was, the Dog Talk chat, that if Max Crosby gets traded, I'm taking off my silver and black, and I got to put it
going away for a while.
It's going away because I've talked about this. We traded Gruden back when we were a Super Bowl team and never recovered from that. All right, sure.
Yeah.
He didn't agree with Gruden. He butted heads with Al Davis, whatever. Then Khalil Mack traded.
That hurt. I know that hurt.
Hard to believe that you couldn't come to an agreement with. He was what Max Crosby was, but in recent times for that 2016 playoff.
He's even more special than Max Crosby, man. I mean,
prime Khalil Mack was a sight to see, and we traded him for a bag of chips and a couple first round picks that we did dick with. Thirdly, running Derek Carr out of Las Vegas is a sin, in my opinion, and I will stand on that till I am on my deathbed. That Derek Carr should have been a Raider till he decided he didn't want to play anymore. That guy is a Raider through and through, and still he has a podcast. Shout out to his podcast with his brother. It's a great listen. But he still just talks so highly of the Raiders organization, like he's still with them. That's a leader among men, and that was gutting. But
he's a fan favorite. He is a fan favorite.
In Raider football, he is a very polarizing figure.
Right.
But if Max Crosby goes, that's like Luka Doncic getting. That's like I've dealt with it. I've dealt with it too much. I can't do it again. If Max Crosby gets traded, silver and black, fold it up, put it away for a while.
I wouldn't blame you.
And then I would put on my emotional support team, Detroit Lions. Let's go. But yeah, Raiders, I'm not going to not pick them. Mr. Raymond takes the Raiders, and Zach also takes the Raiders. So
family
pick. That's right, baby. We're back.
I've got the Raiders, and the Jaguars are actually given 2.5 points on the road, and I'm going to take the Raiders money line.
Oh, take the Raiders money line.
Money line.
Get that little plus 130 right there.
Yep.
Cha-ching. Let's go. Geno Smith.
I'm a big believer in the Jaguars. You know, they're playing better. Maybe they have a coach. I'm not
Our
crazy about
coach is
them.
their coach is a little off though.
Yeah, he's a little off.
But Trevor Lawrence is not.
I've said my piece on Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
I'm not going to beat a dead horse with it.
he's cooked.
He's a decent player. He's never going to be what he was drafted to be.
Never. Brian Thomas Jr. He is playing injured. They rookie wide receiver cornerback
Hunter.
on the IR.
Yeah, his ACL didn't snap in two pieces, so that's good news for him.
It's always good news. But yeah, they're playing down. So let's go Raiders at home. Get a win. Saints on the road with the Rams, 1-7 Saints, playing Tyler Sugar. The Spencer Rattler experiment. Timu Mahomes did not pan out well.
Yeah, but they'd be better off with Rattler, I think.
We'll find out. This will be the week to find out. I have Chris Olave in a fantasy league. I have Rashid Shaheed in another league. So
we'll see.
Pepper the ball to them, please. But you got to go Rams, right?
I'm taking the Rams giving 14 points. I mean, I would normally I would never take a team giving that many points, but I don't like the situation there at all. If it were Rattler starting, I would take the Saints getting 14 points.
This could be my blowout of the week just because of sheer inefficiency from the other team, not the scoring team, but just the inefficiency of the Saints.
Yeah.
That's a family pick. This is my matchup of the week. 5-3. Kansas City Chiefs on the road. 5-2. The Buffalo Bills. This is going to be a dog fight. Doggy dog.
I think we got a classic coming up here with this one.
Oh, banger. Banger. They're back.
They're back. But I'll tell you what, though, because the Bills are home, and
that place is going to be electric.
Yeah, I like them money line, and Kansas City's actually a road favorite. They're giving 2 points.
Yeah.
The over under is 52.5. Smash the under. I mean, absolutely obliterate the under. There's no way there's going to be 52.5 points scored in this game. I'll never pick an over under again if I'm wrong about it. I promise. I'll pick another one on the podcast.
We'll have to monitor this one.
Smash the under.
Raymond is taking the Buffalo Bills. Zach is taking the Chiefs, so we're split on this one. And that's what matchup of the weeks do. They split the crew.
I just like the Bills because they're home. That's all.
I like the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes,
and that's all that needs to be said about that.
And the referees are Chiefs fans, so look for that late.
There's no way the NFL hasn't already stepped in by now. Every single referee crew.
That late roughing the passer call or that ticky-tack offensive pass interference on Xavier Worthy.
You think that's going to be the difference in the game? A call?
That's going to be the call right there. Xavier Worthy on a deep shot, and they're going to fire the flag off. And then Kareem Hunt's going to just fall forward into the end zone for a touchdown.
Is Worthy hurt?
Worthy's playing.
Worthy's playing?
Worthy's playing.
Yeah, he's starting. Yeah, we just had my wife Alicia just chimed in and said she didn't think he was starting because she's got him on our fantasy team, but nope. I think he's playing.
I think he's playing. I mean, I could be wrong, but I haven't heard otherwise. So if Worthy isn't playing, then Rasheed Rice
this is why we do this from a computer.
Flag in the air. Either way, getting the pass interference call.
Getting the pass interference call to win the game.
Either way, Rasheed Rice, he doesn't He's not listed as injured. He's playing.
Yeah, Worthy's playing.
Worthy is playing. So, yeah, we'll go back to that first one. Bang. Big defensive pass interference. Kareem Hunt just tumbles into the end zone. Chiefs.
I've got Josh Allen with 2 rushing touchdowns dominating the second half of this game at home.
Oh, hero ball.
Hero ball, and he reminds us why he's the MVP.
He's the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think the Buffalo Bills should be buyers at the deadline, and
without a doubt,
Jacoby Myers for a 3rd-round pick. Just there you go. You could take him from the Raiders.
I mean, if I'm the GM for the Bills, I'm looking Super Bowl winning trade. I want a pass rusher, a high-end pass rusher. Give me a closer to close out these games, because their defense it looks like it might get them into a lot of trouble later this year.
I mean, apparently a guy by the name of Myles Garrett is for the talk right now.
If they get Myles Garrett, that's going to be a huge problem for everybody else.
You know what? Don't count out old Howie Roseman, because I was reading that the Eagles are in him, and we're talking 3 first-round picks.
Oh, my God. That would be stupid. If they really do that and mortgage their future for him, I mean, we could be looking at a run here that nets them a few more titles.
I had this talk with Rizzo and Ray. Rizzo being the Giants fan, longtime listener. Shout out, Rizzo. Disagreed, didn't want it to happen as the Eagles fan. My argument, 3 first-round picks. Myles Garrett, generational. He's still in his prime, and he probably has at least 4 solid years of prime football left.
Right.
That's a no-brainer to me. If you're giving up 3 first-round, that's like drafting 3 Myles Garretts each year.
My problem is, why would they, if they were going to try to upgrade, right? Because they already have good pass rushers. Why wouldn't they try to send one of these dudes that they have already in exchange for Myles Garrett and lessen the burden of having to give up 3 future first-round picks? Because I do agree with Rizzo that that's a lot, and they already might have enough.
Hi, Elliot.
Already.
Hi, buddy. Hi,
Hey, Elliot.
Yo, shout out right now, Dog Talk Sports.
Dog Talk Sports would like to introduce Elliot and Alicia DiPietro.
Boom. Hi, family.
Little man just woke up from a nap.
Shout out.
Anyway, I think with the Eagles, I agree with Rizzo. I think it's too much. It would need to be an exchange. I don't need Myles Garrett and then all the other pieces that I already have on defense. To me, that doesn't make any sense. To me, you would need to at least exchange one of them that isn't a full-time starter, in return. Because it just, they have, dude, you think about how deep they are. They are such a deep team. They really could repeat easily this year. They really could.
Without any.
With nothing, with no moves being made. So I understand where he's coming from. If I were an Eagle fan, I might not want them to do that either.
Fair enough. We got a Sunday night banger. Not really though. 5-2 Seahawks, 3-5 Commanders.
Ugh. The Commanders are they're very uninspiring.
Underwhelming.
They're underwhelming. They're uninspiring. It's the magic that they had last year just seems gone, right? They had the 1 year, the first year coach, the first year quarterback magic that kind of just popped up, and
they were the Houston Texans.
Right, exactly. They were the Houston Texans of last year, and if they remain the Houston Texans, then we know that nothing good is going to come from that, right? I mean,
I mean, Scary Terry was out most of the year. He's not the same. Jaden Daniels has been hurt.
And that's been the killer.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
you don't really know if it's a sophomore slump or he's just hurt. I mean, to me,
hurt.
he could just be hurt.
Yeah. So you really get an incomplete so far on this, without knowing for sure that he is healthy, to be that dynamic player that he looked like he could be and was last year. With that being said, Sam Darnold, new location, still doing dog things. Jack Smith in Jigba is an elite top, dare I say, 3 wide receiver.
Top 3. I mean, in terms of production, you can't argue with it.
I mean, he's behind Jamar Chase, and I mean, CeeDee Lamb was hurt for a good portion. He puts up big numbers in chunks like that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, but I think Njigba is up. I'm going to put, if I had to put them right now, I would go Chase, CeeDee, Jigba, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra.
I would agree with that list.
In that order right now.
I mean, I still have Justin Jefferson as top dog. I mean, you look at the Vikings and you look at how they're built, and then you look at the decision that they made.
He's just hampered bad quarterback, but I mean, look what Jamar Chase has done with. He still put up numbers with Brownlee and old man Flacco, who.
Oh man, no! When Brownlee's in there, their offense tanks, man. Flacco's like their only chance. You see the body language from these guys when it isn't Burrow or when it isn't Flacco. When it's Brownlee, their body language is terrible, dude. I mean, it's not the same team. And I like Darnold. I like what they're doing there. So, I mean, but you look at the Vikings and you look at the decision making this past offseason. The way that team is built, you would think it's a Super Bowl contender. They let Sam Darnold go. Darnold had a good year last year. You can say, yep, he crapped the bed at the end of the year, right? With a lot of the stuff that plagued him early in his career. Fine. But what did you do this year? You went in with a rookie quarterback who is completely unproven, who looks like he's nowhere near as good as Sam Darnold, right? Your decision to let Sam Darnold walk would have been an understandable one had you signed Aaron Rodgers. Now you let Aaron Rodgers or you let Sam Darnold walk out the door. You also let Daniel Jones walk out the door, right? Because he was the backup there. So that's 2 guys who are playing their asses off right now.
That's forgotten that
right?
Daniel Jones was.
Right. Yeah. Everybody forgets he was on the roster last year. So the decision that the Vikings made to go into this year with just their rookie quarterback and nobody else, and I said it from the very beginning, was a huge mistake. And they're feeling the pain of that every week, no matter who they start at quarterback.
Yeah.
It's pain because they should have an elite ball club. They should have a ball club that's about to go deep into the playoffs.
Then can we also just talk about the fact, let's mention that Carson Wentz playing with no shoulder, and they got destroyed and clearly in immense physical pain.
Yeah.
Onto the sideline, and then they were like, "Hey, Carson, you get back out there," and he gutted it out.
Yeah.
And finished the game. Shout out.
Yeah. It was a gutty performance, and he took a lot of heat because he played like crap.
No, because now he has a torn labrum and he had season-ending surgery.
Right. I mean,
insane.
But he still, I mean, before he got the injury, he hadn't been playing well, right? No. So he's been taking a lot of crap this year already, and it hadn't been for very long. But it's kind of tough to see that because he did put his body out on the line. He knew that it was one of the last chances that he had in his career. I'm sure he'll have maybe another one, another crack. But
he's gonna fall as a backup somewhere.
Yeah, you show a lot with that kind of toughness to teams.
That's people remember that.
Yeah, they'll sign you over Shador Sanders.
I mean, well, Shador's never going to get a chance to play.
No.
So, Ray took the Seahawks as well. Zach took the Seahawks. You were taking the Seahawks?
Yeah, the Seahawks getting 3. The over/under is 48. I'm not quite sure what to do with that.
Under.
Solid under, right?
Under. And last but not least, the Solo Dolo Monday night game. Thank goodness.
I was so done with those double headers, dude.
NFL, no more double headers.
Stop with that. Stop. Give us the extra 4:00 game, please.
Yeah, I missed the extra 4:00 game. 2-5 Cardinals on the road in Dallas.
Jacoby Brissett probably starting.
Jacoby Brissett is probably starting. No Kyler.
It's amazing to me that this line hasn't already changed.
What's the line right now?
It's Dallas given 3.
Dallas should be
Dallas should be given. I mean, I understand they're probably looking at their defense still as a dumpster fire, but I mean the the Cardinals, I should say, are so banged up. You can't beat the Cardinals in AT&T Stadium right now. As if you're the Cowboys, I mean, pack it.
The Cowboys should be giving like 9.5, probably.
Yeah, this should be a bigger spread than 3 points. So
this is going to be like the Dak Prescott blow-up game, I feel like. Look out for CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to go nuclear.
I really would be shocked. If the Cardinals win this game, it's a huge indictment on the Cowboys and their coaching staff.
I mean, trade deadline's what? This week.
This week.
It's Tuesday, I believe.
Tuesday or Thursday, right?
Something like that. So, I mean, could we potentially see? I know this came out that the Cowboys weren't talking extension with Pickens, but I think that's a Cowboys thing where they just don't do anything during the season. But potentially, could you see Pickens, who has been dog status, maybe he gets moved?
Oh my God, they'd be out of their minds to move him. To me, he landed in the perfect place. He's comfortable there. He clearly likes it there. He's not a problem there.
Now, we talked about this in the chat that the best thing happening maybe was CD going down those couple weeks for Pickens and Dak to build that chemistry, and it works out. And this past week, CD came back, looked really good, and Pickens is still eating. So
Jerry Jones could not sell the fan base on this idea that we're going to trade Parsons because we're going to be able to pay 3 to 5 players instead of paying the one player. Okay, you can't sell your fan base that and then not pay George Pickens.
Fair, yeah.
There's no way you can sell your fan base that.
Yeah, you
already dug yourself a hole with the whole way it went down with Micah. There's no way you're getting away with not paying Pickens.
Yeah, and also when they were talking about Max potentially getting moved to Dallas, I
mean, it would be a good move for the NFL, but not for Raiders fans. That's for sure.
I don't think I could live with the Dallas Star on a Max Crosby jersey.
I can't imagine.
Or the fact that they wound up flipping Parsons to the Packers and then still wound up with an elite edge rusher out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure that our other co-hosts would love that move.
Oh yeah.
But
that would be lovely. Zach, speaking of, he took the Cowboys, and Mr. Raymond also taking the Cowboys.
So a family pick to end the show.
Family pick to end the show. Dan, give me your you had to pick right now, give me a fantasy player of the week.
That's a good one right now. I'm gonna go with, because I have the Giants winning, I'm gonna take Tyrone Tracy. Because I think that he gets plugged right back in. No Cam Scatterboo, who's getting the bulk of the touches. I don't think it'll be Singletary. I think they gave Tracy a lot of the touches last year because they believed that he was much closer to being an every down back. So I think you're going to see him rip off some decent runs and maybe get into the end zone this week.
Fair. I like it. My fantasy player of the week, I'm going to go with, building off of his performance last week, I am going with Jordan Love. His match pretty tasty against the Panthers. Got sleeper pick in mind?
That was really my sleeper pick. If I'm going with like a surefire, there's no way that this player isn't going to do damage this week. I'm gonna have to go, just because the Steelers defense has been so bad, man. I have to go Jonathan Taylor. I don't see how the Steelers can handle him right now with the problems that they've had.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he just seems to be like last year or the year before when you were doing the automatic McCaffrey touchdown thing, which was automatic working every week.
McCaffrey. Yeah,
it was every week.
I'm
right?
pretty sure Jonathan Taylor right now, and I can do this very quickly. Pull up his
fantasy points.
Well, not his fantasy points, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go onto FanDuel very quickly and pull up what it would be for an anytime TUD for Mr. Taylor. But I'm gonna go with my sleeper pick. I'm gonna go with Kyle Monanganai running, getting the fresh start for the Bears, going against the cupcake defense of the Cincinnati Bengals. If there was ever a time to try out a rookie running back as a starter, that would be the matchup to do it against. Right now, Jonathan Taylor sits, if you were going to put money on an anytime TUD, he is minus 310. So that's almost as much of a lock as you can be. I remember during the McCaffrey run, there was a few times where he was like minus 450. So it's just absurd.
Yeah.
At the production at 12 touchdowns. And remember, we dialed it back to 2012 when Peterson won the MVP. He had 12 total touchdowns for the entire season. So
right.
Through 8 weeks is insane. Yeah, I mean,
they're on pace to have a special year. They're already having a special year.
Yeah. So and they're not being talked about enough, I feel like.
No, because of the Colts and because it's Daniel Jones, who nobody liked to begin with, and because it's Jonathan Taylor, who's kind of lost for a while, right? He was hurt. He had a down year
and a couple down years.
In a row. It wasn't really the same. Wasn't really feeling like his top self. And now we're seeing he's reminding everybody of who he is.
And he's still very young too. I think he's only like 24, 25.
He's young enough. I mean, he's young enough to the point where you look at him and you kind of compare him to Saquon, and there's no reason why he can't be doing things that Saquon's doing later, at this point in his career. So
exactly, they're so talented. But yeah, I mean, we got Game 7. It started up a few minutes ago. We'll gear it up. But Dano, thank you for joining me on the pod. It was great to have you back.
Yes, it was awesome being back, and I hope to be back more. It's been a little crazy, with the new schedule, and
life comes at you fast. So I'm still gonna work on you. Listen, everybody, like, subscribe, hop on the YouTube. 100 subscribers, I can guarantee I can get Dano to do the old Aaron Glenn dance. If we get 100 subscribers, let's start small.
If you get 100 subscribers, I will give you a snippet.
All right. Listen, I'll take a 5-second clip of that's all I need. Is just the celebration dance going down the sideline like a fucking lunatic for nothing.
For nothing.
Love to see it. Love that we have you back. Hopefully we get the core 4 back on the next one. But yeah, like, subscribe, and we will see you next week on Talk Sports.
Peace.
Peace.